Okay, this will be kind of a video record. Today would be July 20th, which would fall on a Tuesday, 2016. I'm going to turn my radio, whoops, sorry, down, so I can be heard. Anyway, this would be the first time I have gotten this 1980 Regal Sport Coupe out since the last video. Guessing that's gonna be around 3 years. So obviously the car was very dusty, all covered up. And I've taken some of the pink stuff, whatever it's called, and wiped it off. And it's just as nice and pretty as it was. I'd like the details like chrome to be known now. Anyway, the reason for this is that I might, put this up in a Craigslist eBay thing to sell it. I don't do anything with it. And I, again, may or may not do that. This is what I cleaned it with. Wiped it with a gentle cloth. So, just in looking, sorry to blind you, things over. Things are, again, still as nice and beautiful as they were in the first video, which is going to be a lot more finite with regard to detail than likely this video will be. I'm kind of in a dark garage. Let me open this a little bit. Get a shot of the ass. Again, the beautiful chrome. Nothing is perfect. This car isn't any exception. New cars aren't perfect, you know, but this and it's got the beautiful fillers in it, and they've been redesigned. They were never available until this car. Actually, the blue Regal, the other 1980, was the genesis of that, having that particular part, front and back, having been made in at the nation's largest filler manufacturer in Florida when he was able to replicate those. There's no option label on this. I don't think that had occurred yet in this 1980 A-body Sport Coupe. That's a little bit of wax there, looks like. I missed. So we can see utter beauty. Anyway, just to get an idea of what's going on, because I won't get it out again, probably until I flip it or whatever. And I've had this car for quite some time. There's the back. Cross brace stupid shit and modifications of any kind. The wells are beautiful. The well bottoms are filthy with oil down there. And the spare tire is very nice. Oh my God, is that beautiful? Black is tough to win. These are hand painted stripes. Paint striping, which exactly match that of the way that it came, how it came. I had all that done. Oops. There we go. I do have it on the rack. That's why it's bouncing around. So let's put it up. And while we're doing that, we can look at other paint details and the sport wheels. Maybe we'll look at some of the chrome. Some side profile. be it. Start with the tires. There's quite a heavy footprint with tread. I never ran them. I just emptied about 8 cans of PB Blaster that I frothed on the frame, which I always do, to make things nice and gooey. I'm looking for a light here, pardon me. Alright. And I have the engine out of this one, as the previous video talks about. And there's some surface rust on the block and so on. Naturally, wouldn't there be? And it's dripping with oil that I just sprayed. And it's probably weeping a little bit of oil. More oil than, it doesn't leak oil at all. But, can you see this radiator? There's no air, which is probably the biggest appeal to me on it. Look, not even a bent fin on that radiator condenser fin. Fins. Assembly, radiator, whatever you'd like to call it. And the beautiful core support and everything just, again, there's a fabric softener dryer sheet up there. And the frame, filthy with oil inside them. Look at the bumper and the bumper support brackets. I'll pan in here, I hope you can see all this. Spider webs and grass and whatever. Stabilizer links are great. It's all nicely greased. Put a little rag on here. I had a Prindle seal leaking. The selector shaft seal is the better word. This one's straight piped. And I had all new exhaust, custom made. Like it's stainless. Put on. Nice torsion bars. Lines. Up on the frame rails. The beautiful body mounts. The attention to detail that one would expect and demand are all here. I try. So we're in it right up in his rear end now, underneath. Another bumper support bracket. Filthy with oil. I won't have it, man. I won't be ripped off. Won't have it. Just refuse to succumb to rust. So there's that exhaust I had put on all those years ago. I never drove it, so it shouldn't even be rusty. I think it might be stainless. These are Delco shocks and new springs. And you'll see that this still has the original campaign brackets for the brake wheel cylinders. The 80C17s, I think was the recall number. I worked at the dealer at the time. That's how I remember the bulletin. And then along with that, the rear bumper support brackets were replaced on these. There was a recall on those. My God, we put them on in droves, hundreds of them. Centuries, Regals, Regal Estate wagons, Sport Coupes, all of them, all the A bodies in 1980. I don't think 79 and 78 were included in that. Something changed somewhere with that, with the 80 year. But look at the body and the wheel wells. And the pipes. And the sport wheels. God, it's hard to keep up on the chrome. That's the thing with a car. You can't just put it away and forget it. You got to stay on it. Every year I'll get it out and for just a minute and do it again. And You know, I just wish I could dump it in an oil bath and throw it away 25 years and open it back up again, but that's kind of dumb when you think about it to even say that. This wheel, see, it's chrome. Again, not perfect, but I'm pretty proud. And I'll take you onto this wheel. And the left rear. Gorgeous! Look at that frame, dripping filthy with it. And that's what I do. No mice. Shit, they'd vomit for weeks. in all the oil. Beautiful new tires. They're what, BF Goodrich's. Those I bought when I redid it. This was a frame off. That's what I say, 63,000 miles. So since that last video, those years ago, I haven't put 5 miles on the car. Okay, let's put it down. And the passenger side door on this car remains as pretty as it was in the last time I showed you. All the nice carpet protections on and the original mats. Well, the OEM replacement new. Bucket seats, console. Okay, here would be the sport wheel and the instruments. This is a turbo, so it has the turbo with a boost gauge. And this is easily removable. I can watch vacuum, you can watch oil pressure, and watch turbo pounds of pressure built / vacuum. And this seat is just as beautiful as the other one, only it's just, you know, it's all covered. It's covered, but see him how pretty he is? He's as wonderful as the other side. You just don't want to get them dirty, that's all. I even found these in the same color. Geez, I think I paid next to nothing for them at Kmart. I happen to have them. And the door on this side. Let's pop the hood. Let's have a look. If I decide to put this up, whoop, sorry about that, and you have serious interest, how do you sell your soul? I don't know the answer to that. I'm not going to give this car away. I believe it to be one of the finest examples in existence. I'm sure there are others. There have to be. But this is in a league all its own. The Gonzo hood blanket. Why did I have a fun time putting that on? Anyway, the coolant and everything is all still perfect. So nice, so easy to work on. So ridiculously easy to work on. I don't think that badge belongs there. I put it there. It's metal. I got that off a Turbo Riv. I thought, well, and then let it hang the rest of its life. I'll put it to use. So I did. But look at all the looms and connectors. All the clamps are correct in factory. All the braided ground straps, cowling, air horn, the transcooler lines, filter. And the air inlet. What were these? 633 air filter, I think. And a pretty oil filler tube and no Edelbrock crap and dual pump crap carburetors wrecking everything. All the conduits on the hoses and everything. Sorry, I'm passionate about OEM. I shouldn't degrade what other people like. And you know, certainly it has its place. But all this, right down to the Thermax and the PVR valve, the enrichment valve are all still there. And the turbo switches and wiper motor, brake booster. And let me get the phone. There's the engine though.